the stateside people to be doing anything in relation to CoNDOR, but away we go.
There we go.
Let's see what they get.
Now, the states know how we feel with the weird times.
Yeah, absolutely. It can be a little bit tricky for some of the EU and Japanese racers, but I think now the Friday showcase is actually reasonably convenient if we schedule them later because of the time difference. But both of them with an early reset here just to go back to the race, bombing the locked shop wall. Not
See what wasn't then going. Nope.
Yeah, you early pawnbroker. No thanks.
No chance.
See, Karate Gi on Alexis' side. We'll see if Squega takes it, thinks about it for a second, and then moves on his way.
That could be interesting. That could play into a huge amount of things.
Yeah, absolutely. Alexis, you'll have to be careful. Gonna bomb this blood shrine.
Blood shrine for regen.
I might use it in his situation, to be honest. You're on Gi already.
You're on Gi. You're gonna get your ass. You're gonna get your ass handed to you. So yeah.
Exactly. An enemy hits you, it's gonna hurt. You're as well trying to get out like a blood rapier, or there you go, a blood cat for Squega,
which he's toying about and takes it in the end.
Yep. Currently infinite damage. Obviously that'll stop when he gets to above that half heart, but very useful right now.
And that's YJAlexis getting their lucky charm.
Yep, Alexis charming. I think he got a bright torch out of that arena. I disagree spending the time to get it, but both racers doing it, so there must be something about that that's enticing.
No, they both took a shield. They both took a shield spell.
A shield spell. Sorry, you're quite right. Sorry, ignore me. Talking absolute nonsense. Okay, so both of them pretty much neck and neck here. I think Alexis with maybe a couple of beats advantage. Build's pretty different though.
Very different builds, yeah.
It'll be interesting to see who goes for what. I imagine both are going to go for black here. I don't think Squega will want to be on this blood cat for too long. It is now only 1 damage.
Yeah, so I would be getting rid of that.
Yep, there you go. Obsidian Flail, and they are both charmed, so they'll get the same thing as far as I'm aware. Yep, Obsidian Flail on both sides.
Yep.
Alexis just destroying things with that Gi. Having to be a little bit careful with that clone. Doesn't want to take a big hit. And that is a nice shop on 2-2 as well. Takes everything. Boots probably the most important thing.
Yeah, boots. Was it boots, drum, and helm?
Yeah, I think there was the helm as well. It was the boots, the helm, and the war drum. I think Squega does exactly the same. Walks in, walks back out. And
now we're on very similar builds, just with YJ having the Gi and the Ring of Regen.
Yeah, I think invert. Sorry, not invert. I've got invert on the mind. But Alexis is going to be wanting to get off that Gi as soon as possible. I think you. Ooh, Squega down because of the flail.
Ooh, and that's what happens when you have a flail. It can just screw you over so easy.
Yep, I mean, generally you don't see yourself getting stuck in Zone 2, but Zone 2, it's a bit finicky sometimes. Yeah, invert's mind controlling me. Oh, here you go. Is he gonna do it? I think you've got it, bomb. Puts down 2 bombs though, which is a bit of a mistake. He does have a flail, so you can just knock the shopkeeper around. But here we go. We've got him up.
To be fair, with stuff like that, it's more muscle memory. You just always put down 2.
That is absolutely true.
I can't really blame him for that.
Oh yeah, there's no blame. It's more of a you could have saved a bomb, which. You know, you're on Zone 3, the chances of you finding many more bombs are pretty slim. Alexis doing what I do often, has the lead boots, totally forgets, and ends up costing
Oh, forgetting the slide.
Yeah, you totally forget that, oh wait, I can stand on this and it's going to be fine. Doesn't want to take that crown of thorns. I think I disagree with that. I can understand wanting to keep the bit of protection the helm gives you, but with gi, honestly, it doesn't make a huge amount of difference. This is actually a really nice build for Alexis on his 3-3. Squega catching up, got an obsidian rapier.
Obsidian rapier.
I'm assuming he would have got that from his Zone 1 boss. It's something I see quite a lot. If you don't take really anything item-wise into your Zone 1 boss, then you tend to get rewarded.
Very nicely with an obsidian rapier.
Yep, no charm this time for Squega though.
No charm this time, so we're
shop
seeing
totally different. Yep, a fierce scroll, sunglasses, and titanium whip. Bit of a nasty one. I think you maybe buy that fear scroll just on the off chance it can bail you out. I'd rather.
Yep.
And for for 4 gold, there's no point really in not taking it.
For 4 gold, when you don't have anything in your pack already, yeah. There's no harm in taking it.
Yeah. Here you go, Alexis. Down onto Zone 4, reasonably quick as well. 6 minutes, not too bad. Yep. Still on that gi though, just Zone 4, it's just a bit spoopy.
Hasn't seen anything to replace it with though.
Yep, just crying out for a Squega suit. Takes a big hit off of that confusion mage. And yeah, Jack saying take the crossbow with courage. That's pretty damn good. I think though, with the gi, with the gi and the courage, going with the crossbow, that's a very unfamiliar build, I would say, for most people. At least with the flail, you kind of know what you're getting yourself in for.
I do. I love me a crossbow. And there we go. Finally gets rid of the gi.
There you go. Gonna keep the obsidian. I'm personally of the mindset of no, swaps out for the chainmail. I think Alexis, thinking along the same kind of lines as myself, I'd rather have the guaranteed armor in that situation.
Yep.
Oh, this Blade Master giving Alexis a couple of problems. Gets through it.
Gets through it and is now done to the board.
Yep, only has a heart though.
Squega is pushing really hard, it seems.
Yeah, Squega is going so fast, already on his 3-3, with a build that has next to nothing. He's got ballet shoes, that rapier, and sunglasses. You know, nothing to really write home about. Has to swap out for a blood spear for a couple of seconds there just to get the kill on the nightmare. He's on his Zone 3 boss, so Alexis is gonna have to keep pushing.
But has found some health though, so that's a bit of a at least one worry down for Alexis.
Yeah, absolutely. Up to 3 hearts, which isn't too bad. Has that shield spell as well, so should be relatively safe. Also has 5 bombs, so no worries there.
4 enough bombs, yeah. Has been using the shield spell very well as well. I've noticed.
Okay, so Squega's on his 4-1 with Alexis on 4-3.
4:30 into 4-1.
This is an absolutely insane pace. I saw Squega's race with, I believe it was Mayuma earlier in the week, and was going pretty fast, but I don't think quite this fast. I think he knows that he is well behind and just wants to go. Alexis is dead ringer, pretty on the rails, about as on rails. Oh, hang on!
The flail.
Oh, this is spooky. No!
Oh, no! And he goes. Oh,
one beat away!
That's what happens when you take a flail into dead ringer.
You've got to be careful with the flail.
You've got to be so careful.
Flail or fail, and unfortunately it's the latter for Alexis, so this race is firmly in Squega's hands now. If he's screen watching, he knows that he just has to slow play. No, Squega down as well!
Oh god.
Donked by the Banshee! Okay, we got a whole new race.
Oh, we got a whole new race. Let's start again.
Oh, jeez! So we got a full party wipe here. Both racers going down in reasonably similar positions as well. You know, Alexis was on his dead ringer, and Squega was right behind him on his tails on 4-3.
Alexis pretty much doing the exact same strategy as last time as well.
Yep, going for the gi again. Served him reasonably well, but I don't like it. I'm probably, at this point, I'm on a bit of tilt.
Alexis has pretty much made up the exact same build as they had last time. Whereas we got props for some winged boots.
Yeah, early winged boots, it's a big speed loss to take them early. You know, no trapdoors. In Zone 2, I think it costs you the most, because there are just trapdoors everywhere.
There's trapdoors everywhere in Zone 2.
And then you've got Zone 3 as well, where maybe there's not so many trapdoors, but you can find one, and taking it could save your life.
It's an interesting play.
Yeah, Alexis having to go for the slow Coral Riff here. Doesn't have a bomb either.
Well, neither does Squega, so he's going to have to do the same thing.
Yep, unless he finds one from somewhere.
He'd find one. Can't remember if you ever saw any, though.
Not as far as I remember. And then, once that Obsidian Flail again, let's see.
Let's see how that works out again. Maybe this time Alexis will switch out for that crossbow.
We'll see. I think probably going to stick with the Flail. Again, I would stick with the Flail with the Courage. I think it's... I don't think it's necessarily faster, but I think it's definitely a whole heap. It's a whole heap safer, and it's more comfortable, especially when you've got the gi. You know, I'm basically a parrot at this point from last run, but if that is the strategy, then yeah, I can understand it.
Yeah, all you have to do is just not get caught up on that dead ringer. Everything else worked fine the last time.
That is true. Floating when you've got when you've already seen pretty much, you've seen all the entire seed, is not quite as bad, but meh. I'm just not a fan of the early floaty.
Again, I think that's because it's one of those things that's ingrained into you from the other races we've done. It's just something you don't take.
Yeah, especially early. I don't know. I think again, the speed's a bit of an issue, but meh. I don't think it's the only issue with it. So Alexis onto his Zone 3, picks up a Ring of War out of his purple chest, puts it right back. Again, dropping 2 bombs with the Shopkeeper. I mean, that's your second time round. I think you've got to be looking at not dropping 2 there. Although it's one of these situations, maybe he just didn't realise that he could have first time round.
Maybe he's not concerned because he knows he's going to find more bombs.
That is true. That is true. But I think it's not so much faster that it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I think this time round, I would also be taking that Crown of Thorns too. So Squega again, Charmless again with pretty much the same build, except he's got floaty this time, and I think Alexis is exactly the same build.
Exactly the same build. Then I'm Squega to show he can go really fast even with just that build.
And there's Alexis down.
Oh.
So Alexis down, hands it to Squega. It's on a bit of a platter. He doesn't have as big a lead.
He doesn't have a bigger lead, but
it's still a pretty significant one.
And we saw how far he got last time with this build.
Yeah, exactly. At this point, Squega If I'm Squega, I want that bow tie.
There you
Gonna
go.
take the titanium rapier over the obsidian. Not too concerned about losing the extra damage as long as it's consistent.
I'm always much bigger fan of consistency over the obsidian. Plus, then it also allows you can have that ability to drop.
Exactly, you can drop a beat and then you're not immediately in the situation of, I can't kill that thing that's right in front of me. And Alexis back on his 1-3.
With his gi.
Yep, with his gi. Charms up again. Yeah, and kind of what Jack said as well, I don't think you got to take that regen if you know you're going to take your courage on 3-1, but maybe just concerned about actually getting to 3-1 if you're going to take the gi. Yeah, Squega with the sunglasses, so 3-5 rapier, which is, you know, it's pretty good.
3-5's pretty good, yeah. It meets both of those criteria that we like to break. And there goes Square dropping down to his 3 boss.
Yep, King Konga, and he's got a nice array of spells as well. Shield spell and
shield and fire.
Yeah, I really do like the fireball, especially in Zone 4. It can bail you out so hard.
Yeah.
Shield as well, or you can do what Squega just did. Use it to take out the remainder of the Konga line. Don't waste any time. Just go, go, and go. See, oh, Transmute doesn't want it. Happy with what he's got. I don't like the idea of transmuting one of the things one of those spells he's already got on tap. They're both already really good. You either transmute one of those immediately, or regardless, if you take that, you're leaving one of those behind, and that's just, it's not something you can do when their spells are that good.
Especially in Zone 4, those two can save you just straight outright.
Absolutely. He's putting that fireball spell to good use, uses it there to get out of what could have been a nasty situation on 4-1 with that dragon coming down, ready to wreak havoc, but great use of the fireball spell there.
Very good use.
So Alexis, he's on 3-1, so picking up a fair bit of speed.
Yep, using good probably using good memory of the map.
Yeah, I think his torch might be different this time around, but I'm honestly not sure. Everything else is pretty much the same.
That is indeed a different torch from last time.
So we do have some slight build variants.
There's something different. Square is now on his 4-3, just gotta finish that up.
Yep, and there you go.
Dead ringer.
Yep, let's see what kind of strat he's going to do here. Bit of an interesting one. I think he's going for what is a risky strat, but it is very fast. Pulls it off.
And just that pulls it off, not a problem.
Yep, and Alexis down again on Zone 3. I believe 3-3, although I didn't catch it, unfortunately. So
it was 3-3, I believe, yes.
Yeah, so this is Squega's the slow play. He's got the shield as well. All he has to do, pop that before he releases the Necrodancer. Yep, there you go. So that's going to last basically forever. Quite an old and well-known bug now. If you activate your shield spell or a scroll just before the second phase starts, then it will last a ridiculous length of time. I don't think we've ever quite found out why. It doesn't seem like it resets the counter or anything because it lasts for so much longer. I think it might just take whatever your total was supposed to be for the first time and then adds that to the second time. So there you go.
There we go. GG to Squega on the first one.
He gets a loot. And a bit of a long race, 19 minutes, 53 seconds, sub 1954. But I think both will be looking to just try to not die this time round. There was a lot of toing and froing with that, handing the opportunity to the other racer. But we're going to be off and running again. Ah, right, okay, that's a good explanation, Para. Thank you for that.
That
Much
makes sense.
appreciated.
That does indeed make sense.
Okie doke, we're off and running.
We're off again. Let's see what this one brings us.
Yep, Squega first off for me by a couple seconds, but nothing major.
I think I have now by about a second, so...
Okay, let's see, what have we got in this blood shop?
Ooh, titanium dagger.
Nothing really
No,
doing.
nothing.
Yep, both players actually reset and they want their bomb back.
They want their bomb back. The bomb is so useful.
Exactly. You're losing a couple seconds. You can be reasonably sure that both of these guys, that your opponent's going to reset when these two know their opponents. But there is a gold rapier, and I do like it, but I like it a bit more if I've not just had the race I've had.
Yeah.
So I can understand just taking the titanium dagger, get on with it. See what the rest of the seed brings you.
Apparently the rest of the seed brings bats.
Yeah, lots and lots of
Open
bats.
the back closet. Back closet? Words are hard. They're both pretty much neck and neck.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, pawnbroker.
Alexis risks it for the pawnbroker.
Yep, waste of a bomb. We'll see if Squega's watching. Or maybe whether he's watching or whether he's just electing not to take a chance. He wants his bomb. Wants to save it for the boss, which I can understand as well. You know, you're on 3-3. You've only got a 2 damage dagger. You want that bomb. Regardless of basically which boss. Death metal, it doesn't really matter at all unless you want to use bomb strats. But with a 2 damage dagger, it's already a pretty quick fight.
Yeah. Just choose to stick the dagger over the titanium whip as well.
Yeah, I can understand.
I don't
whips
believe
are
I
just
don't believe
so
that at all.
slow.
And that's Alexis dropping down to deep blues.
Yep, so doesn't have that bomb, so it's gonna be a bit slower unless he just wants to do the row 3 strat, column 3 I should say. And does so. Oh no, hit the knight instead of the rook. And down he goes.
That's one of those mistakes where you just start kicking yourself.
Yep, and Squega on the other hand, it takes his black chest, charmless.
And a glass longsword.
Yep, really nice weapon. Bit spooky, but could be a lot worse. Gets a good torch from his shop as well.
Okay, good torch, yep.
Wardrum's always nice.
Always useful to have.
Whip is good. Pants. Come on, man. You can't really believe that. Silly pants.
He's so crazy. Trying to get his leprechaun. Does.
Yep. Leprechaun. Alexis has got a ring of peace. I didn't see where he picked that up from.
There was a piece. There was a shrine of peace.
Shrine of Peace. So again, doesn't have
Seeing
his
as there's
bomb.
no-
So just has to get his deep blue strat right this time, and it's not a huge deal. During
swaps
season
up.
3, Oblivion came up with a super consistent, I think it was something nuts like 95 or 96% consistent deep blue strat if you can't kill the king with your throwable weapon. And it does require a bomb, but I think there, like I said, it's 95 or 96% consistent. There's two openings it doesn't work. But I just don't think it's known enough throughout the community. I used to know it.
I used to know it as well. It's something about you go up, dance around a bit, throw it, and then move. But
Yeah, you
that's
go-
the best I can explain.
Exactly. You go in, you do a little dance, and then you throw, and then you bomb after you lure.
Yeah. And that's the best explanation you're going to get, folks.
Exactly. I do not have Elad's way with words. Do you take the rapier with the memer's cap? It's a bit of an interesting one. It's spooky. It's quick, but it's pretty spooky.
It's he's not that far ahead though. I thought he was a lot further ahead than I was paying attention to.
Yep, I
But,
think he's spent a lot of time just trying to get
digging
something
up
more
everything
together.
apparently.
He hits his zone
Elects
2
not
boss
to use
though.
it.
Yep, doesn't want anything to do with it. And Alexis slowly but surely making ground with this Ring of Peace glass longsword build. Build?
Build? B.
Ooh, takes a hit. I think just dig buffered. Takes another
Oh
hit.
no!
Oh,
No!
still no shard, and down he goes.
Gets
Just
stuck in a corner.
yep, just got forced into a corner there. Nasty one. So again, it's Squega's to take, who isn't going particularly fast but doesn't need to. Has picked up an obsidian spear, which is a lot safer than that glass longsword.
Doesn't need it for the speed at the doesn't need the longsword's damage for the speed anymore.
Exactly. Now, if I'm Squega, I'm kind of kicking myself because he went into that shop having not seen that Shrine of Darkness or having not hit it. And he found that ring of shielding in the shop. So, it could have been a real nice situation, could have had the darkness for the full mapping in the mapping is useful for Zone 4 because you know what kind of room you're about to break into a little bit earlier. And just the lack of aggro as well. And then would have had the ring of shielding just in case he got hit. So, could have been nice, but misses out on this occasion.
Well, let's just hope he doesn't die and has to remember it for next time.
Absolutely. Bit of a nasty exit to this 3-2.
No, he pulls it off fine though.
Yep, taking the sunglasses
taking
over the miner's
sunglasses.
cap. Maybe just wary that in Zone 4, he doesn't have a lot of armor beyond his Hargreaves. Doesn't have...
You don't want to be cracking open all the walls in Zone 4. There's enough things moving around there as it is.
Absolutely, and just... Oh, you'll be aware he's only got the standard 3 hearts as well, so... You don't want to make Zone 4 any spookier than it already is.
Or possibly he just wants to look cool.
Potentially, yeah. I think Fionn said earlier, it does add +5 to your cool stat, so really important that.
But if anything, that is the most important stat we have.
Absolutely. Oh, Squega, he drops a beat on Conga. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe just a bit spooked with those 2 goblins right on his tail.
I think he might have got thrown by the goblins and then the fire, water, ice.
Yeah, nasty position to be. I think things got a lot worse for him when he had to jump on that water. So he's got 3 bombs. It'll be interesting to see. He's gonna bomb for the regen. And then, oh, is he gonna get... what's he going for here?
What's he doing about boots?
Goes for armor. There
Go
you
for
go.
a gi. There's his suit.
There's the suit. It's the suit. Doesn't go for shovel that entire time, but only has 2 bombs. Maybe he's just confident that he's gonna have the time for button puzzles. That might just be it. I'd be surprised though.
now has a potion as well, so he's a lot safer than he was, you know, 2 minutes ago.
Absolutely. And picks up a Nazar charm as well. If I'm Squega, I'm picking up that torch. Because he's got the luminous one right now, so that is a lot of enemy aggro. And you just don't want to deal with that. You still got 2 zone 4 floors to go. Oh, the tongue twisters.
But no, he doesn't. He leaves the Torch of Foresight, elects to stay with his current torch.
Yep, the big torch, big TM.
Big torch.
Just call it the big torch. There's the torch, there's the bright torch, and then there's the big torch. Ooh, obsidian rapier. If he can grab it, maybe interested, but at this point probably not. Looking at these enemies, reasonably close. Dropped his beat there. I think he was a bit spooked by the bat, maybe forgetting he's got the lucky charm.
And doesn't he take the rapier though?
Yep, just looking to try and get through this awful zone 4 floor 2 room. Just looking for any way to circumvent all the nasty golems. 3 of them after him.
There we go. He gets through it. There is nothing worse than a flock of golems? What do we call it? Flock?
We'll call them a flock. A conglomerate.
A flock of golems. A conglomerate of golems coming towards you.
And oh, Zelnus, thank you very much for the raid. We're Lost Help. I'm assuming that's a direct reference to the Lost Child tournament. I didn't know it was on tonight. I don't follow the Isaac community too much. How did it go, man? And thank you so much for the raid. Welcome raiders as well. You're watching our Saturday showcase in CoNDOR Season 4. It is week 1. We have another 5 weeks to go. And this showcase, the Saturday one, it is going to be on at different times per week. This week it's 6 PM UTC, so 1 Eastern. Next week it will be 10? No, sorry, 9 AM Eastern, 2 PM UTC. But the Friday showcase, which was last night and was a total barn burner, that's always on at 7 PM Eastern, so tune into either of those. And we have races going on throughout the week, hosted by members of the community that are also racing.
Yep, the races very rarely stop during the season.
Yeah, there's a lot of races. Everyone races twice during the week, as a general rule.
And there are how many people involved this season?
Oh, we have 50?
Ooh,
or
shiny.
I think it's possibly just over actually, because we have had some late entrants.
That is a good amount of races. So that's usually at least 50 races a week then.
Yeah, exactly. So plenty to quench your Necrodancer thirst. And speaking of Necrodancer, Squega here, back to 1 hit, takes him out.
Takes it, and there we go.
Yep, doesn't take the loot with him though. Be a little bit of BM there, not taking the loot with you. I see how it is. But he is now up 2-0. Let me pause this timer. So sub 12 for us RTA and 11:21 in game. Both racers did have that early reset as well after getting hit. Sorry, not after getting hit, but after essentially wasting a bomb. Reset that timer. Okay, so last race of this set here.
Yeah.
After this one, we have Stake versus Paratrooper.
Then there seems to be a very long gap.
Yeah, so Rack the Kitty versus Module was originally scheduled, but something came up. It does actually look like Rack won't be able to make it. We were trying to be flexible because they were the last race, but unfortunately it doesn't look like that's going to be able to go ahead.
I was chatting with Rack yesterday. I believe he's in work all day and was hoping to get out early, but that obviously didn't happen. That's my insider knowledge. It's all I have.
So, after this
Oh,
race,
and
we
they're
have...
off.
Yep, they are off about 35 seconds-ish into this race.
Yep.
Squega with a bit of a proper
Squega.
Zone 1 build. You've got your cheese, a
Cheese and
gold
gold.
dagger, and a base torch.
Builds we've all seen many, many a time.
Oh, timer. I'm sorry, Invert, I'm sorry.
He loves his timer.
Squega not able to pull off the gold kill.
No. Where's the beat off?
Not right away
There we go,
anyway, he does get
got
it.
it there then. And Alexis with floaty boots and glass shovel and glass armor.
Yeah,
Okay.
an interesting build. No bomb again though. Alexis seems to be caught in that situation quite a lot. No bomb for his Zone 1 boss, and it can cost you just so much time.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, it does all depend on which boss you get, but from my personal experience, you're unlikely to see a Zone 1 boss where you don't need your bomb. And there's three of them it really speeds up. There's another one, Death Metal. It doesn't matter quite as much.
Not quite much, but can matter in what is a very tight race.
Yeah, absolutely. It all depends how tight the race is.
And these races have been very tight. It's usually just coming down to who dies.
Alexis, he's going to keep his floaty boots here. Squega didn't have any, picks up the lead boots, does take a Shrine of Darkness though. He'll be looking to get rid of the ring when he can, but he does have very limited enemy aggro, or will do next floor. I think he aggroed pretty much everything he possibly could have before he took the shrine, so you can see a lot of eyes just floating about in the darkness there. Gets a ring, and it's a ring apiece. Very nice. Gets
And
a
also
heal
steals
as
some
well.
chicken.
Yep, has some chicken, heals himself up with it. I think he would have been better off healing himself with his cheese.
Yeah, I don't think he was down by 3. He may have been down by 2. Both on glass broadswords. Alexis has lost his glass armor. But
Yep,
has to
so-
a fireball from somewhere.
Yeah, both of them with the freeze spell, but like you said, Alexis with the fireball. I don't think it'll be a game changer, but it can come in really handy.
Oh, and Alexis going for the flail.
A
Over the
glass
broadsword.
flail. With floaty boots, it doesn't matter quite as much. Oh, never mind the
Never mind.
flail.
Gets rid of it.
Dagger of phasing. Why not? Certainly a lot quicker than that glass flail.
And also not
Oh,
gonna
this
smash
is an
it. Put your hands up.
an interesting exit room for Squega. You might have seen just the shadow of a dragon as he
shadow of
was
a
running
dragon.
away from there. So there you go. Yep, doesn't aggro until you're within 2 squares of it, which is the benefit of Shrine of Darkness. It'll be interesting to see what Squega goes for here. I think I'm probably checking purple.
I
Nope, he
think
checks
purple's
black as well.
black.
Gets that.
The flail. Which is interesting because if you've been watching. Screen delay maybe.
Yeah,
If
if
he
you'd
was watching,
been-
he might have known what that was going to be. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
Potentially, it
Maybe
could
just
just be a
not
case
long
of not
enough.
look. Yeah, it could have just been not looking over at the right time.
Yeah.
Alexis though with it's the wombo combo. It was already good with the courage, but he picks up a ring of phasing and he has a bright the luminous torch,
Luminous
so
torch.
he can see for days. No worries here. Oh man.
Oh no.
If I'm Alexis, all you want to find is some extra health or some way of regenning it so that you can use that fireball spell to its full effect. Squega is going to have to motor now to keep up with this.
If I'm Squega seeing that, I'm putting the foot to the throttle.
Yeah, he is just got to go. I mean, he's right behind Alexis, but with this build, Alexis is just going to pull away in Zone 4.
Yep.
Yep, does exactly the right thing on Coral Rift as well. Doesn't even check his chests. He doesn't actually have a shovel, so having the phasing is very, very useful for Alexis right now. You don't want anything to do with those items. Possibly the Bright Torch over the Luminous just to decrease your aggro a little bit, but it's not a huge deal.
When you're hiding in walls.
Yep, oh, got a backpack, so he's got his free scroll and his earthquake scroll, as if his Dead Ringer wasn't already going to be ridiculously quick. He uses the fireball to take out the sarcophagus. And away he goes, Squega right on his tail though, he's on 4-1-2.
Yep, he's still chomping at the heels.
Yep, that darkness doing him so many favors with enemy aggro. Oh, there's a potion there. I don't think you've got time, Squega. I think you might just have to go. I think Alexis must have missed it. They're both on 4-2. I can't see how that. Just go up, Alexis. You're gonna want that potion. It's a bit of a spooky build.
No.
Okay, jump out.
And Squega has just edged into the lead.
Yep, they're separated by the skin of their teeth right now. So close. Squega really doing everything in his power to keep up with this phasing build. He has the boots and they are really putting in some work for him.
And Alexis onto Dead Ringer.
Yep, just ever so slightly before him, uses the Quake Scroll. Oh man, it's all going to come down to the Necrodancer fight, and Alexis is going to have a huge advantage with the phasing. Just going to be able to go right up onto the stage. I think if you're Squega, when you're bombing, you just soak those bomb hits. You don't even care. You got to do something. And this is a ridiculously quick run as well.
7:30. Oh, two really good runs. And it looks like Alexis may have managed to pull one back, at least from my screens.
Yep. And there you go, Alexis first into his stairs after the Necrodancer fight. Holy smokes!
Wow.
It's a really good race. Maybe a deceptively close because of where they were in Zone 3 and even Dead Ringer, but once you hit the Necrodancer fight with that phasing, it was a bit of a foregone conclusion, but still, you know...
It was a way to the races.
Yeah, Squega, what, 30 seconds just over behind? That's pretty goddamn close.